Thank you all for being here. But let me put this in context for me, all right? Because I'm the most selfish SOB in this whole room right now. I don't care about nothing but I and I. Just me. It's all about Butch. So Butch has this new bread plant that is coming to the parish of St. James within the next 48 months. I don't have a single soul at 45 Halfway Tree Road that can run that plant. So you could say, well, why don't you just dumb it down a little bit? I can't. I can't, Doug. Can you buy a black and white television set? I bet if you found one, it'll cost twice as much as a 60. Exactly. I can't buy. I really can't buy. Let's see who is represented here. Jackie and Fozerga. I can't buy a Toyota that gives trouble. It's hard. Really hard to buy those things. Because the world has gone past that. And what we're going to face until Jackie and Foz were here. And oddly enough, the British High Commissioner just left. And 14 hours ago, he was telling me and some other friends that he had intended to buy an electric car. He's going to take a risk for here. And now, Marlon comes along and he's going to buy a Tesla. So you bring it down for, after you pay 3 million %, you bring it home. So my car stop me out. Or who going to fix it? Let's keep it simple. Let's not go and talk about all the metrics of the world and all. Who's going to fix your car, Marlon? You going to bring the tools with it? You have time for that? No. And that's the reality that we face. The reality I face today in our business is I can dumb it down and stay where I am, dumb, or I can move it forward. But I don't wish to put on the next generation of management at National what I had for myself, because I grew up with it. I'm very comfortable with it. I don't like PLCs. I like on-off switches. But you can't buy anything with an on-off switch anymore. You can't buy a water pump that makes sense at 25 horsepower unless, and I wish the NWC were here, you have an inverter on it, because if you don't do that, you're trying to start a starting load of 25 horsepower. And that's not very cool for those of you who understand anything about electricity. It does funny things. That's where your electricity bill actually goes to hell. Because for that nanosecond, you're using about 75 amps. No, a little bit more than 2.8. Anyway. And so therefore you have all this draw coming. You don't have to do that. And this is where STEM is going to take us, as Glenn said. Who's going to build the cable car, Glenn? Who's going to build the cable car? Who is going to fix your aluminum bodied, what do you call it? The one you lick about 4 times already. The cockroach car, when you really lick it and you mash up the engine. It can't be fixed on a coconut tree or mango tree with the thing. It doesn't work that way anymore, folks. And we're falling behind. We have fallen behind. And I show you how behind we are. Anybody who remembers a Lucas fuel pump, put up your hand. You're still walking then? Anybody who can remember a Lucas fuel pump that came on an MG or a Austin or a 1100 Austin, put up your hand. Right. And when you're going down the road and it wouldn't start, you lift up the thing and you lick it, or you take it out and you clean the points, and we hear tick, 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 tick. That means you're getting fuel. That doesn't happen anymore. None of you can remember the last time you changed a fuel pump, because that's not meant to break down anymore. So those jobs have gone, Marlon. They're dead. They're history. They're not worth it. You throw away the whole fuel tank now. Just beg you, empty it first. So what we face at National, because remember, I'm being totally selfish here. All this is for me, you know. You have nothing to do with Uno. All I want to do is leave a good bread at the end of it. What we face is a tomorrow that we're not prepared for. We're totally unprepared for it. We believe we are. We keep fooling ourselves. Yes, we're there. We haven't even gotten to the station yet. We can't board the train because the train left us a long time ago. And guess what? We're waiting for the other one, and we're going to miss it too. So the nation, we don't have time to mess around. We really don't. I would like to see, and we'll do it. We have the funding, but we have the promise of the funding. We'll get this thing done by August of next year. You get it done before. The building is ready. I'll get it done by July. Because we won't ask for permission from the government. We'll ask for forgiveness. We built a school in 5.5 months by not asking permission. We can do the same thing here. And you're basically shovel ready now. You're ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever we build, and we have to build, it has to be the world-class stuff. It cannot be. And now Kevin will get mad at me. It can't be the Pegasus. It's going to be the AC right now. It can't be my hard-O line. It has to be the hard-O line I'm putting up in 48 months, which is going to have a problem 10 years after because it won't be relevant anymore. A few pieces of equipment will always remain the same. An oven is just a box with a heat in it. But other things change. So we need to get Mike up. And Doug, I think you alluded to the fact that you need to see it and touch it and feel it so we can get this thing going. I agree with you. I agree. We are a land of promises and hopes. There's no hopes and promises in that. We won't get it done. No. You have to be ready to get out of our way. But you ain't never seen the gang or two work yet. Like I said, we don't ask for permission. We ask for forgiveness. And we really don't care if you give it to us or not. Because we're on a mission. Just going back, we have Melanie here. Melanie helped us on Union Gardens, the Stewarts, they helped us a lot. And we're looking for the same thing now. At the end of it, you will have something you can be proud of. But mostly, up to you. Dr. Grace, we have to have something that works, relevant now, and some can't go have to get mashed, and you know that. You know that. What? I don't mind you. Look. You get yourself in trouble, how long you think you'll be out of government before you had a job? You'd finally take a vacation, right? It wouldn't be long. And I don't mean that in that way, but really the appeal is on behalf of the children. Because we keep saying it's about us, it's not about us, it's the next generation. I'm yesterday's news, folks. I'm out of here. The next generation and the children after that, and we can't lose another set of kids. Can't afford it. Because as fast as the world is moving technologically, we'll just be lost then. And catching up then is going to be an impossible situation. And I always make one last statement before I say thank you and goodbye. If you think you can do this democratically, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're going to have some high-handed, heavy-handedness in this thing. At the end of it, 10 years down the road, somebody's going to say, you know something, she was right. He was right. They were right. You're just going to have to write it out and make sure that you don't even bend on it. And it's best practice all the time. Thank you very much.